Great glory, great, great glory, all praises, all praise, shalom, shalom. Yep, I know it. I know it. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, well, I don't see any sound. The sound is not coming on. I don't know what happened, but it's not. It's not. Oops. Okay. All right. As long as you can hear me, good then. I must see. Let me see. There you go. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Before we move in, beloved, before we begin, I would like to tell the nation to keep the beloved brother Peter, JS58, and his wife in your prayers. We know it's that time when we get to this during November. You're gonna get sick. You're gonna get a lot of nightmare and certain bad dreams, and a lot of bad things going to happen to you. Keep the beloved brother Peter and his wife in your prayer. Sister, there's a sister in Canada. She's carrying right now, and the little one is not upside down, and the doctor had mentioned her to go Friday. They're going to induce labor, and we're asking the family to keep the beloved sister in your prayer fervently. For the mothers out there, please supercharge a white candle for the sister safe delivery, because it is very, very, very heavy upon the sister and her husband. She's in Canada, and pray for the beloved. All right, and we have Sister Vay. It's going to go for surgery on the 18, and my beloved mother is going for a procedure on the 18. I will not be available on the 18 to go live. And last yesterday I couldn't go live because certain thing had happened that I will clarify for the family. Maybe you can learn something of what had happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, Madim, in the morning before wake up, I have uh, my routine prayers that I do, and I was looking for the matchbox to ignite the fire. So I took the candle and I put it on the bed. So I'm looking for the match. So and then I could not see it, and out of my mind I forgot. So I sat on the bed, and I ended up in my candle. Oh boy, this is gonna be an issue here. See if I can bring this down. And then when I sat down on the bed, I accidentally sat on the candle, and the bottom of the candle came off. Let me show you. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. This bottom, you see that little purple part? This is a pentacle. All right. This is one of the pentacle that I took. See if I have it here. So, okay, this is a pentacle of Mercury, aka, oh, there you go. Those are consecrated pentacle of Kokav, as today is Kokav. I wear the purple. So I took one of them, okay, one specific one that I consecrated all of them. So I pour the wax on this and then put the candle on there. That's something that just popped up in my mind. I don't see it anywhere. I just did this because I knew fire, activate the whatever. It's This is a portal. This is a microphone open right now. So the reason why it is already late and things, I've been praying and working and studying ever since this morning. So put this on there. So when I put it on the bed, it was lying down. So I sit on it, the bottom part came out. So I stand up and I'm like, oh man, this isn't a good sign. So I was trying to do the prayer. I was very uncomfortable. And then I'm like, man, what's going on today? What happened? What seems to be the issue? So the wife and I, we do our morning routine and stuff like that. So I went to a store to get some water, and then I realized that the water machine is not working, but I already did turn off the car. So when I went and tried to restart the car won't start. And it's like, this is like, yo, this never happened. The car won't start. So I try it, it won't start. I try it again, it won't start. And she started to panicking. So I stopped, I lift up the hood, and I went to the battery, and I shake the connectors, and one of them was kind of loose. So I went in there, started again, start right there. So I bought it. I drove. I bought it to the little shop. I have some of the homies over there, and then the guy checked. He said, "Oh no, it's just the battery become corrosive." And then they clean it. They charge me $25. They put everything they need to put. They say, yeah, you have to make sure this thing, the electricity could not go on because the head of the battery stuff. I went to get fuel, and then when I walk in there, I pay for the fuel and I come out 1 gallon a minute. The pump was pumping 1 gallon a minute, and I was in a hurry to go somewhere. So I spent 20 minutes pumping the fuel. And there is a place, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think today is a good day for me. Those are warnings. I'm gonna stand down because I don't want to bring that energy online and feed it to people, because whether you want it or not, the people will be fed on that. So on my way going home, there's a place I always turn. That's like the place that we all turn. And then there's a massive accident there, like a big ass accident. So I make a quote unquote a wrong turn, a illegal U-turn where I was not supposed to turn. There's a place for a car that turn, and I turn right there. And I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna turn right there. So I go home and I said, I'm not gonna get out. I'm not gonna do anything for today. And I stand down for the whole night, for the whole day. I went home. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and make a Esau's Trouble video. So from the morning, I made the Esau's Trouble video, which you watch, and it took me 2 hours to film the video, to make the video on the Mac. Usually 2 3 hours on my PC. The amount of space is two gig, three maximum, like super max 3 gig. This thing I made on the Mac ended up being 55 gig. It ended up being 55 gig. For those of you who know internet, every month your provider gives you a certain amount of gig. Okay, so if you go over that, they not only you going to pay $100 extra after each gig. They if you pass your limit, but if you keep doing that every month, the FBI gonna come after you, or the authority going to come after you, because they assume that either you are doing something illegal, or you are doing something illegal. If you can pass 1 terabyte a month, you are doing something illegal. So they will literally sent somebody to they would question you, what's going on, why are you consuming that much stuff, are you illegally raping people off or pirate, or for those of you who are familiar with Jim Blue, um torrent back in the day, uh pirates and all that. So I'm like, yo, I can upload 55 gig in one day. If I'm uploading 55 gig to 60 gig a day in 10 days, I'm gonna be 1.2 terabyte. BitTorrent, all that good stuff. So I had to download another software, compress this. This thing took me 3 more hours to compress it to 2 gig, and then I uploaded 2 gig instead of 55. So I'm like, yo, this thing, it's too much. It worked though. After about all of this thing, it worked. With the PC, the moment you finish record this thing, it's like it's like a gig or two. That's it. Everything is in there, but it's not compatible with the Mac. Okay. Thank you, beloved Talisha Olin, for the super chart. The work continue, brother. All praises to the Most High. Thank you, beloved sister. I left this thing over there. All right. You see? Okay. All right. So yeah, and that's what had happened yesterday, and I did not want to come live and then put this negative energy onto you. I was talking to a sister yesterday that we were discussing certain things, and then I explained it to her. She said, what do you think happened? And I told her, every single year, you see how you have 5 great days, that those days are the purest day, the best day for you, the best 5 emotional day for you. It's pretty much the same thing. You have at least one day out of every year that each thing's going to, no matter what you do, it's gonna be a terrible day. It's gonna terrible day. So in that day, you're gonna receive little warning. And when thing happen, you just say, you know what, you call work. Especially when something you're going to do something spiritual, and then something breaks, something happen, you step down, you say, you know what, today's not gonna be good. You call work, you said, hey, I can't come to work today. I got robbed by a leprechaun. One of the ark, it robbed me. I got an auger in my house. Or I just find my daughter, brought the unicorn in the house. Something like that. You give them something weird. You don't go to work. You stay home until the sun go down. That's it. You give them, you take this day. If you keep going, things going to get. You're gonna keep warning you. After 3 warning, you don't need a fourth. I had 3 warning that day, and I see the accident. I'm like, that would have surely be me. So I go home. Those things protect you. Show me the accident. I got it in my dash cam though. On my dash cam. And then I went home. And I said, you know what? I ain't gonna go live. So I made the Esau's Trouble video. At the end, beloved, somebody remind me to play a couple video concerning a rabbi that has some somewhat truth to say concerning Charlie Chaplin, concerning the little fellow, the guy with a little mustache. So yeah, I will highly recommend you to get a dash cam camera. I bought mine for $150, just like the people that get the doorbell, the thing, the Ring doorbell. I highly recommend those things. You won't believe, one day when the Mighty One give me green light, I will show you certain things that happen when you have those things in there. People won't believe you. People won't believe. You have to show them, like, see, this is what happened. Those things works. Okay, so last night we had released a video. We had released a Esau's Trouble video. The nation, they had loved it. I couldn't watch it because I was quite tired, and I was watching another movie called Maleficent, the mistress of evil. Okay, why did I watch this movie? It's on Disney Plus, of course. Like I mentioned before, 2/3 in my home. They pretty much got account to everything, but I only watch Disney, HBO like once in a while. I don't really, it's just when something pop up. So I was watching something on YouTube doing a study, and they mentioned something about the Angelina Jolie. And of course, her name means angel, beautiful angel, pretty angel. Jolie is last name, French for cute. Angelina is Spanish for angel. So I received the message, and I'm like, you know what? I watched the first one, which I really did and did love because of the score. Of course, the musical score. I really liked the musical score that they had. And then I watched the second one, and it came out in 2019. Then again, once now you have the spiritual eyes, you can see, you can hear, you understand. You watch movie on a whole nother level now. You do not watch movies because of entertainment. You watch them because you want to grab something spiritual, something meaningful. So I watched the whole movie. It was 2 hours. Beautiful movie. Okay, the same woman that wrote The Lion King, well, she wrote part of it. She wrote a part of that, and I understand what it was. Of course, Wonder Woman. The first one and the second one. For those of you that watched last night, we made a reference to Wonder Woman and fighting Ares. And I understand when women make movies, and you're gonna have to understand those movies, you're gonna have to either be spending a lot of time with women or being raised by them or truly studying them so you will see what they're trying to tell you. Because when it comes to language, the language of men and language of women, both of them are too different. They are foreign things. You have to learn how to speak them like each other's. Okay, just like women have a very different way of showing things, just like men. That's why when they do things, a lot of people don't understand, but I do understand the movie Wonder. I think Wonder Woman 2 was greater than Wonder Woman 1. A lot of people despise it because they didn't understand it, they didn't know what it was for. And this is probably the most accurate Wonder Woman depiction that movie was made, Wonder Woman 2, and Cheetah also. But most people did not understand it. They were waiting for something, kind of like supernatural and stuff. But no, they show you Wonder Woman can't fly. She used the ley line to fly with her stuff. So, with all that being said, when I watch the movie, I will discuss this another thing. But concerning the podcast we made last night, you see in the children's show, Brethren, called Justice League, they had made a reference to Charlie Chaplin, okay, and which right now you can't make any reference to this guy at all. Okay, they made a reference to him. All right, so we had to show the people because in the news section, I believe a place called Vendo, and Vendo Savage is one of those immortal dudes, and then we had to go there and all that nonsense. So he made a reference in the cartoon. They made a reference to the little, yeah, and Charlie Chaplin and all that. And this morning, a sister sent me a video concerning him, and we will discuss this at the end to show the people that this is why, of course, this guy is not like, but of course we need to, there are certain things, brethren, okay, all right, we have to drop those things. We have to keep on moving. We have to come with other ideas. It is said that great minds discuss idea, okay. A medium mind, I believe, a great normal mind discuss events, small minds discuss people. Okay, we are great minds here. We discuss idea. We don't discuss people. We don't gossip. We don't talk about how much money this celebrity have. Yes, and LA now, 22 recruits got run over. Somebody was driving the wrong way. Of course, they say this dude was drunk or whatever, but he ran over 22 police officers, cadets. They were training, they were running to become police officer, run them over. 22 of them, 10 go to the hospital and stuff. So They said, "Oh, it was a wrong way." Oh, he didn't know what we both. Oh, we all know what happened here. But the point is, brethren, we have reached a stage. We have reached a level that we cause so much impact in the life, not only of the brothers and sisters that are out there, but above all, in the life of Gentiles. Right now, there is nothing they can do without either sucking up onto us or swagger jacking us. Everything those people are doing now is just like, yo. It, again, let me say this, then we'll begin the prayer. The movie Black Panther, to me, Wakanda Forever, was at least a janitor thing. At least remember that movie that I made? I portray you good in that. Yeah, at least give me, yeah, man, give me the mop, the broom. Don't send me in the wood. Don't send me in the field with the other people. Leave me in the house at least. The sucking up to this thing was like beyond. You know what happened, brothers? When you watch this movie in the theater, the fact that you know the beloved brother, well, the brother, I will let him rest in peace, is actually dead. It wasn't acting. The guy is actually no more. He's on the other side, which make the movie more authentic, which make the funeral, the possession. You know for a fact this guy is no more. It's not acting, brothers. You know for a fact, like, wait a minute, he really, he is not here. It's not like they kill him in the movie or something happened in the movie. I see people like, oh, well, if Wakanda was so advanced, why would a Black Panther die of cancer and stuff like that? Oh, you out of your fucking mind. That dude actually, he is no more in the real world. To watch the movie, the funeral and all that, it felt real. It felt real. And the way that they come up with the new one, and then you see like this could not be Gentile. The Mosai is a mass. He checkmate them. Okay, all right. Now, beloved, since today's COCAV, man, give me a second. This thing is still acting up. I thought I fixed that thing last night. All right, there you go. Oh boy, it's good. Now, what do you see, brothers? You don't see no outrage online. You don't see none of those Africa channel making reviews and talking about how great this movie was or how bad it was. Everybody very silent. No one make any review talking about, yo, I seen this. This is what they are doing and stuff. No one say anything. Everybody act like this thing didn't happen. And this thing we've been like in theater for like 6 months, 6 days. It's very quiet. People, there's a collective silence. But why is that, Bridget? Why is there a collective silence? You don't see the internet, the things are not flooding out. People calling you outrageous. There's an outrage out there. This thing over there, LeBron James, and nobody say anything. Everybody very quiet. You don't see the camp making videos and talk about either it's good or bad. However, the so-called Hamites, not the African brothers, we never had any issue with the so-called African back then. We always have good relationship with them. Abimelech, which means great king. Abraham and Abimelech, they were brothers. Okay, they were like brothers. They never had any issue. Abimelech helped Abraham. Abraham helped Abimelech. Abimelech come in and tell Abraham, look, you see all this land here? Do whatever the hell you want. Just stay there whenever you want. Do whatever you want. Because he knew when he left Abraham there, Abraham is a blessed man. Also, his people, they are going to be blessed. But there's no such thing, no dressing up, nobody dressing up, nobody saying anything. There's no outrage. You don't see any dude online saying, I'm outraged because Shuri is a woman, she's playing a man and stuff. Everybody's very quiet. You know why? Because of the end of the movie. Because towards the end, remember what Killmonger tell her, are you going to be like your brother or are you going to handle business? We will talk about that, all right? Because they literally disconnect this franchise from a group of people that always claim they we from them. We are the lower tribe. That's what Killmonger said. Oh well, lower tribe and stuff like that. We are the lower tribe. No, okay. It was that Black Panther thing was like a slap in the face for a lot of people, a lot of suck up, a lot of sellout. That's why you don't hear anything about it. They act like this thing didn't come out. They act like there's nothing. They act like everything is okay. But we will tell you what happened. Beloved, again, let us begin. Keep the beloved brother Peter in your prayer and his wife, Sister Vay, the beloved sister over there in Canada, my beloved mother. We have another sister. Let me see. I don't want to forget people, and I fix this every time I fix that thing. It keeps coming back. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Okay, the beloved sister NH and her son, also a newborn son. A lot of folks, keep them in your prayers, Virgin. Okay. Yeah, the volcano in La Palma, Gentiles. The volcano just stopped. Oh, we won. Yeah, whatever, man. And then I come back again. Oh, beloved, let us begin. Great praise, great glory goes unto the mighty one. You that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in them. Heavenly Father, we thank you for everything you give unto us. Thank you for giving us more knowledge, more wisdom, more of the comprehension to understand, and comprehend what's going on out there as we are growing and we are accumulating more knowledge. Beloved brother, I will say that I myself, I need to be very careful when I'm choosing my words. And sometime when I say things, I go back on them. I don't know why, but this is a very bad habit. And the Most High has shown unto me that there are some few stuff that I reveal online, certain violation that are quite serious. So I will advise the nation to speak less and listen more, because this thing is getting very, very serious. Of course, yea, indeed, we give the mighty one great glory for this morning of this thing that happened both in California and over there in Poland. We really don't care. They did say a rocket landed over there and then ended up two people in Poland. They seems to be a Russian rocket, and which should give a way to NATO to come back and do certain things. We don't care. All we want to do, all we want those people to do is go at each other's throat, destroy themselves out there in our land, and then come back and then get everything together. And then they will meet us in this specific place so we can give them the ultimate beat down. They will fight us, they will come for the fight, but they won't fight us. They will fight a version of us. Yes, indeed. Heavenly Father, we exalt your name. We say great glory, great praise goes unto you. Yes, yes. You are not a man that you should lie. Every single thing that the mighty one had said from the beginning is being fulfilled now. As we can see, beloved, the 83s, they are in great confusion and they are in great pain. And as the Father gave us the microphone, we have now the scepter of vibration. We control power. Keep the vibration high. If you stop praying, everything back to normal. If you stop studying, we're going back to slavery. You have to keep on going and pushing. Whether on your own, you don't need to be here with me and stuff. We don't get along, fine, that's good. but get along with the mighty one. You don't need me to be in order with the Heavenly Father. Pray, beloved. Study the best that you can do it, because your studying vibrate the whole spiritual realm. Your prayer tremble and shake the other side. As today is Wednesday and we are in Kokav. Today is our meditation day. I will tell the nation to meditate on your guardian angels today. Meditate on it. Meditate. Meditate at the hour. Meditate at the proper hour, or no, not at the proper hour. Just meditate anytime you can. Meditate on your guardian angels. Today, Wednesday, meditate, and tomorrow, yea, there is a fast tomorrow again for our ancestors, for our people that are on the other side. Heavenly One, we glorify your name. We say thank you for putting this truth out there. There's no way people can mislead them. There's no way no one out there don't know about this. This thing is all over the world. Yes, indeed. A fellow, he's a Hish fellow, even said the news over there in that land they claim, which is the Holy Land. They were playing this thing all over. They are talking about it. They know what's going on. There is no way that this truth will be passed unnoticed. And we thank the Holy One for doing this. Yes, indeed. We are not at the same level, beloved brothers and sisters. Just like the word universe mean cosmos, which mean order. There is an order up there. There is seraphim. There is thrones. There is angels, archangels. There is grade. This thing that you see on earth is a horrible copy is what's above. Before you reach quote unquote the president, there's a lot of things you're going to reach: deputies, senators, police officers, lawyers, and stuff. Yes, there is level to these things. We are not in the same level with 83. We are on another level, whole another level. We are very high up, no pride, but yea, indeed, we are climbing the ladder, the spiritual ladder, to connect to the Holy One. We are not in the same level with certain other people that claim to be our brethren and claim to be our sister. We are not. Understand this. The level that you are, it's not something you attain because, oh, you so good, because, oh, you study so much. No, you are in this level because of your humbleness. You are in this level because of your meekness. You are in this level because of your obeisance, because you obey, you follow the rule. You put your pride behind you. You tarnish your pride under your feet. You are humble. You are on this level because you uncover your heart. You know for a fact you are not that smart. You know for a fact that that's is because of your books. You are in this level because the mighty one choose you. You're on this level because, quote unquote, you're a humble chosen man, a humble chosen woman. You're simply a servant. That is all. If anybody or anything else, especially 83, is not in the same level that we are, too bad. This is not our fault. We need to mind our own business and come up with a great idea, a better idea. Just like we come up with great things, we come with our fast, we come with our challenge, we come with our experiment, we come with our prayer, with our website, with our community posts, with our sharing stuff. We come with great ideas here. We discuss idea events. We don't gossip. The moment you start gossip, talking about clones and all the great things the Gentiles can do or are doing out there, you pay the mighty one no attention. Remember, you are spiritually the Most High's wife. Stop talking about another man gizmo. Stop talking about another, how great those other men are, how good they are at baking. You're supposed to focus on your own man and talk about him and give him glory and raise him up and let the other halls out there know that your man is the best. Don't get close to him. You are not here, beloved, to prove anything to anybody else out there. We are here to build, and build we shall. We are here to support, and support we are. We are here to save each other from certain things. We are here to study, share, love each other. As today is Kokav, the day of intellect, it's the day of research and sharing information. We will share certain information with the nation at the end of this video. Heavenly Father, we pray you for the beloved brother Peter and his wife that is suffering from a flu. We're praying you for the beloved sister Vay that's going to go on surgery on the Friday the 18th. My beloved mother that's going to go for a procedure. The sister over there in Canada that's going to go for induced labor. Protect them. Send your angels in the midst of them. To the nation, please, please, please keep the beloved in your prayers. To the prayer warriors, the 8K. This is an order that goes on. If you wish to supercharge a white candle for healing for our people, do it. Tomorrow, yeah, we're calling a holy fast from sun up to sundown, the Libera fast for our people that are on the other side, the brethren and the sisters that are under the altar, screaming and crying unto the mighty one, complaining how long, so the mighty one can open for them so they can get in. Somebody remind me of the Pope. Certain stuff the Pope has said. We will discuss it. I will forget if you don't remind me. Heavenly One, may your will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Selah, so be it. By the holy power of the mighty one vested in me, I leave all of you in peace. Go in peace, beloved brothers and sisters, to the angels, to the spirits, to all of them that are with us. We say thank you. Continue studying. Find yourself. The mighty one is in you. Study yourself, then you will find out who the Most High God Almighty is. You don't need to study people. You've been doing all your life studying George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, studying math, studying sciences. You go to school, you go to debt to studying nurses. How much money, how much time you spent and study yourself. Some people think you know who you are, you don't. You know this version that was implemented on you. But there's a true self that you don't know. You need to study it. Thank you for all of you that invested in you. Buy books, study for yourself, find out who you are, what color, day, stone, perfume, and things. You're studying yourself. You're going to know yourself better, and you're going to know the opportunity that you're going to get better in the future. Okay? We did study Gentiles enough. We must study self first. Once you know yourself, you know there's a portion of the mighty one that live in you. You study the light first, or the darkness, doesn't matter. Study the light, then you study the dark side of you. Everybody have it. It's not something that, I'm so clean, I don't have that. You do have a dark side. You do have a dark side. Study it. Study it so you can master it. Study it so you can manipulate it. Study it so you can put it there as a security guard, as a guard dog, or as a trap, as a rat trap. If you put a trap there, a rat got in there, bang, it will get it. Now, beloved, like I said before, we have a video here. Um, uh, uh, all right then, brother Stanley again, brother Peter. Keep the brother Peter in your prayer and his wife, because you know how things going on, man. When you get it, let me clarify before I play this video. Let me say a few more things concerning the month of November. Traditionally, let me see. Huh. Well, I had this thing right here. Okay, oops. There you go. Traditionally, November is a month a lot of stuff happen. Okay, the dreams gonna become much more intense because, of course, Scorpio is the element of water, and the moon rules water. And anytime you enter any element that has water in it, or the moon is ruling, your dream gonna become much more intense. They want to become much more vivid. So some of you have dreamed that you see your loved one. There was a sister. She used to be a 7 day Adventist. She had a dream many years ago that her grandmother came onto her and shared some beautiful stuff with her. And because she was in the church back then, and she had done great stuff against the grandmother. She woke up and she cursed, she rebuked the grandmother, she said great things against her because they taught in the Adventist church, so to speak, the dead can't do anything. If you see the dead, it's a sign of the devil and stuff like that. If you see your dead, your loved one, and you sleep, it's the demon try to call you and they'll throw the jail. So, and come to find out, it wasn't. Let me see. Um, no, the website is not down. The website is good. I just check it here. The homework. Yeah, the homework is there. The homework is there. Go ahead and check the website. So yes, so like I said before, and she had said great things, and now she had a libera for her family. She poured some stuff libation, and she apologized and things like that. So if you see your loved one in your dreams, that's not a bad thing. That's not a very like oh, you're going to hell or you're going to die because you saw some dead. Right? Oh boy, that's not what that is. Okay, all right. So and the so-called Adventist church, church is general. They don't like you to do this. Talking about church, the Pope right now, ironically, he's against Mass in Latin. Okay, the Pope do not like Mass in Latin. Okay, I think I have somebody try to call. Let me see if I can get this. Uh, Shalom.
Oh, shalom. Hi.
Can you
Hi,
give me
dear
a
brother.
moment, sis?
Yeah.
All right. So the Pope do not like the mass. He had forbidden mass to be said in Latin. Why is that? Modern people, there's a bunch of group of conservative people, so to speak, young people that want to study Latin and do their mass in Latin. They forbid that. The Pope, he said no. Oh no, that's not good, don't do it. What? That's all you people been doing, all of a sudden now it's not good? What is it now? What is it that what seems to be the issue now? Yeah, there's an article out there that he discouraged that. Or I would not advise you to go over there and start praying in Latin or saying certain things. There's a reason. Let's take the beloved sister in the phone, and so we can move and talk about a few stuff that going on. Let me see. Is it this one? Go ahead, beloved. Give me a one if you can hear the sister. Go ahead.
Hi. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing, testing. One, two, three. Shalom,
All
family.
right, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Good. Just want to say two things about the movie. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Two things. The first thing that I noticed, the soundtrack. There is a song on the soundtrack called Awake. Please watch it. The second thing I noticed is that he, at the end, when she spared him, the Most High, is doing the two sticks. He's gathering the house of Israel. Now, I saw a dream. I had a dream about 4 years ago where all the two-thirds were mad as hell, but they never said why they were mad. Okay, I think that the Most High is going to bring the family together, and this movie is showing it because the gentleman that was doing the director, he said there's a lot of truths in here, and sometimes you can't say certain things, but you just have to show it. Now, the Most High showed me a couple of years back. He showed me he stood in front of me, and he had his arms out, two hands. He had in each hand he had a gold coin, very ancient, very old, very beautiful, very pure. That was the house of Israel coming together. I believe this movie signifies what's going to happen. And there's a lot more truths in there. That, you can catch a lot of it on YouTube. I have not gone to see the movie yet, but there's a hell of a lot of stuff on YouTube that's showing you the fight scenes, everything. But definitely, the house of Israel is being brought back together. Now, Brother Sia, he had something last night he was doing. I said, that's confirmation. You gave a confirmation. Brother Judah gave him confirmation. This is what's going to happen. Nobody can stop it.
It can't. It can't. Thank you, beloved.
All praises to the Most High.
Shalom.
Bye, family.
All right. Shalom to the beloved sister. Yes, brethren, again, this movie, before I play that fellow, let me talk a little bit about the movie. We have 30 more minutes to go. We have 30, at least 30 minutes. Beloved, again, when you watch the movie, you know for a fact the brother do not exist. He is no more for real. It wasn't like in the movie something happened to him, he's no more. No, he really was no more. And the funeral that they were doing, it wasn't acting. You really see the pain in people's faces. All right. Now, when the sister said at the end, when Namor was kind of defeated by Shuri and stuff, Shuri did not kill him because she realized both of the people are the same and they have one common enemy. When you watch the movie, the movie show you where her mother, Namor or Namor, mother, okay, was like chastised by the conquistador or the inquisitor, and then he realized that they have one enemy. And when Namor, I would say wife came and he say, I idolize you, I worship you. Why did you kneel before the Wakandan? He said, Wakanda and Talokan is the most powerful nation upon this earth. Now that we have Wakanda as our ally, because that was his goal. That was his goal all along. And he was going to do whatever that he could do to get the goal, to get Wakanda as an ally. Okay? And then when he said Wakanda is now our ally, make no mistake, the surface world will attack Wakanda. And Wakanda will call us, and then we will destroy them. One thing again I want to point out, when they go at the end of the movie, for those of you, again, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what happened, you may want to leave. Okay, you may want to leave. Okay, all right, I'll give it like a 5 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end, when Shuri and the first scene, well, not in the first scene, and in the middle of the movie, for those of you who remember, when the mother, the queen, went with Shuri, she said, "Leave your gun, leave your weapon, leave everything." Okay, all right. Take the clothes, the funeral clothes, and then the mother burned the funeral clothes. Okay, which is a representation of purification and rebirth and a new beginning. And then she gave her daughter, they were in Wakanda. She said, throw it in the fire. She said, I don't know, I can't do this. And then she didn't do it. She hold on to the clothes, okay? In the movie, they did not wear white. They did not wear black clothes to go to the funeral, which is which is not the proper thing to wear. They wear white, okay, which is the proper thing to wear when you go into, when our people used to do funeral, because white that's the color to wear for funeral. And I was amazed that they were pouring libation and do everything we were talking about. I'm like, okay, all right then, good. So, and when she go, brothers, you know where she burned the clothes, the white clothes that was on her, the clothes, she went in Haiti. I'm not making this up. She went in Haiti and burned the clothes. And when she burned the clothes, and the fire that was made on the Haitian beach facing the temple, facing Cap Haitien and stuff. This is the north, the side where the holy temple is, facing the sea, basically facing by the beach, by Atlantis and all that. And then after she cried, she released everything, and then Lupita Nyong'o, or that other woman, I forgot her name in the movie, came in with a little boy. She came in with the little boy. And then I knew for a fact the moment they show she was in Haiti, I'm like, there you go. That's it. They made a bunch of reference. When you watch the movie, you're going to see it. When they're going to enter the house, the name of the number of the house is 1804. 1804. It's not no coincidence. They know what they're doing. Of course, I have nothing against the brother Ryan Coogler. It's just it just those people. They put his name out there because he's black. What they are trying to do, they're trying to kind of like saying, "Amen. We know the hitch gonna go down, but at least don't do it, but don't make it hurt. Whip it, but don't whip us in our hand, not in our back, or whip us in our clothes. We'll just pull our clothes out there. You whip us in it." So when she came in, Naika, is that what that is? Nakia came in with the little boy. And then she looked at the little boy. The little boy sit down next to her, and she said, "What's your name?" He said, "My name is Toussaint." Of course, Toussaint. It's well, Toussaint is not French. Is not Toussaint received a lot of. They hated Toussaint, man. They made our people despise the guy. They come up with a bunch of lies and stuff like that. They say Toussaint was all about France because France was our freaking land. King Louis, the last king, King Louis the 16th, was a black man. That's why they hang and cut off his head. He knew all of this. So anyway, so the boy say, "My name is Toussaint." Okay, Toussaint, which means I'm all pure, I'm all saint, I'm all pure. Toussaint Louverture means the purest. All my being, all my side, all my body, I am body and soul pure, and I'm gonna find an opening. Okay, Toussaint mean a saint, is a Israelite. Okay, a saint is a Israelite. Saint Matthew, Saint Paul, Saint Andrew. It's just Israelite. He literally tell the Shuri, I'm Israelite. So, and the little boy, he said, and then he asked the little boy in his language. He said, "What is your true name?" He said, "I am the prince." Well, he said, "Well, now I'm the prince to become king, and my name is T'Challa." And then the movie just end. Remember, brethren, and the first Black Panther, Killmonger is also a son of a Wakandan. But Killmonger mother is what they are calling a so-called a Black American in the movie. But this little boy, his mother is Wakandan, so to speak. His father is the king. But he was born and raised in Haiti. And the father come and the king and the queen, his father and his grandmother come and visit him all the time. Where they were living in Haiti, I have a theory. Vilocan. Remember, now I am 100% sure that they are going to come with Brother Voodoo or Doctor Voodoo. They're probably going to kill Doctor Strange and then come with Doctor Voodoo. Okay, most people don't know who Doctor Voodoo is. Probably one of the most dangerous, most powerful Euro and Marvel. They will come with Brother Voodoo or Doctor Voodoo because this boy have to be trained by Brother Voodoo because the only connection, so to speak, T'Challa have with Haiti is his best buddy, Brother Voodoo, aka Doctor Voodoo. Okay, back then he used to call his name was Brother Voodoo, and then when Doctor Strange died, he passed the mantle on to him. He became Doctor Voodoo. Okay, so Doctor Voodoo was the left hand of T'Challa. There are certain things T'Challa could not do, or certain things Black Panther could not do. He has to send Brother Voodoo to go do with it. And Brother Voodoo he has another dude named Daniel with him, a spirit. You don't want to it's just so powerful. Okay, so this boy was raised and trained. That's what I'm assuming. Ryan, if you're watching this, hey, this is your cue. He was trained in magic because he was born there. Not only he has vibranium, then now he has magic. The combination will be deadly. Okay, what they are telling you about, like I said before, they are telling you about Wakanda is a place that they can go. They know it exists, but they can go. Okay. They can go. Vilocan, they know very well. The Wakanda they show you on TV is like a very bad copy of that thing that truly actually exists. And the people live there. We told your sister actually went there. They gave her certain things. She wanted the wealth. She didn't want to do the work and stuff. They sent her back. She still have a few stuff though. They let her took. Okay, so the future king. You watch the review of Dominic It. He been saying this forever. Of course, we know now those people are watching very hard. We did told the people. For those of you remember, 2 years or 3 years ago, we told you keep an eye on Haiti. Keep your eyes over there because you. That's all they're going to talk about. That's all it's going to be. You see how Ish become irrelevant now. You see how Ish become irrelevant. Nobody really talking about Ish unless if it's something like controversial. Nobody really pay attention to Ish. What your colleague Haiti or Haiti will play a very important role in the next few, not even years, in the near future, my good sir. In the near future, it will play a big role. And brother, sometime I'm like I asked the Most High, why did you make me like that? Why did I could have been? I would rather be that guy just sit home right now, stuffing his face and listen to Big Levi. I would not want to be me right now. That's the thing. I'm like, I would not want to be me right now. I would rather be the guy that sit there and then if something happened, I'll blame it on Big Levi. I'm like, I effed up because I was listening to this guy. But that's what it is. I refuse the most. I say, this isn't an offer. This is an order. Yes, sir. I had to take it. They know very well. They showed you the future king is coming out of this thing. Remember, Levi, the priest, have to anointed the king. Remember, we did say here, one of you gonna have to go and claim the scepter. This boy have to go to Wakanda and show the so-called Wakanda. T'Challa was my father, and I'm here to claim the scepter. Because we so-called Levite, we can do certain things to a degree, but they will need Judah to wake up and to find out what the hell is going on. Well, not really wake up. When his memory came back, it's like I took a blow to the head, but now I feel better. And Judah will come under Levi, get under a little training, and then he remember and then grab the sword. Some butt need to be whooped. Some back need to be slashed. Because tell you the truth, what is to happen, not only there are certain things, what they are calling vibranium is actually real in a sense that vibranium come from the word vibration. Okay, let me read something for you concerning vibration. All right, that's why we told you to keep the vibration high. The vibranium is in you. Some people of course say it's the melanin and all. I'm not against that, but let me show you something concerning. Okay, vibration, we read it here again. I'm going to read it, then I'm going to play the video. In the meantime, while I'm looking for this, the Pope don't like people to do things in Latin anymore. Don't pray in Latin, don't read anything in Latin. All right, the Pope don't like it. He actually forbid that. A sister sent me an article. Okay, let me read this so you concerning vibration. That's why we always tell the people keep your vibration high, vibranium vibration. Okay, a little reflection on what we have said will show the student that the principle of vibration underlies the wonderful phenomena of the power manifested by the masters and adepts who are able to apparently set aside the laws of nature, but who in reality are simply using one law against another, one principle against another, and thus who accomplish their result by changing the vibration of material objects or forms of energy, and thus perform what are commonly called miracle. If you can control vibration, if you can control vibranium, and guess what they say? Vibration is only found in two places: Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. We are the only two people that can control vibration. The Gentiles cannot. They can only bring down your vibration to a low frequency. Okay. As one of the whole Hermetic writers has truly said, he who understands the principle of vibration or vibranium has grasped the scepter of power. He who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power. That is why it's very important for them to always keep you in a low vibration and a vibration of fear. Jacob's trouble. You're going to get killed. The female is coming for you. The Gentiles, Bill Gates gonna get some clone over there. Jeff Bezos, all of a sudden now Jeff Bezos like, oh, I'm gonna give my money to charity. Yeah, you don't have any money to give to charity. Of course, we were like, okay, the charity is them or other people is passing it on, so taxes. No, they all broke. They ain't got no money. When the blessing was the money. When the blessing is gone, no matter what money you have in your hand, mean nothing. Mean nothing. That is why we have to keep our vibranium high. Now, that's like the quote unquote the spiritual meaning of vibration, vibranium, in our own term. Anybody out there, you come with the term melanin or your DNA, that's good. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is. However, we do have something, and only us can control this thing, and it's over there. They are well aware of that. They just can't find it. Hitler went over there trying to find it. They warned him. The people said, if you come here, you try to go, this is not part of the contract. If you come here, you try to look for this thing, you try to grasp it, it not only it will destroy all of you, it won't do anything to us. But then of course, 83 don't listen to Hish. They were looking for this thing all over, but they could never find it. They cannot find it. That's why I laugh at this scumbag when the mighty one say he buried the fallen angel in the desert. He messed with our book and said, oh, this group coming in and then dig them out. As if you can dig anything the mighty one buried. The moment the Messiah buried something, he buried it. That's it. You cannot go with your man-made tools and then dig it out as if you were digging a dead body. Oh, hell no. You can't. This thing is buried in there. It's in this specific place and this specific location. They are aware of it. They cannot get it. That's all. They cannot get it. If you watch that guy, Man Ape, aka Mbaku, okay, Man Ape, he become like a big brother to Shuri. Man Ape, anybody know where Man Ape came from? Anybody understand who that girl was? Shuri? What is her true name and where she came from? Her true nationality, so to speak. Man Ape is the Umbaku, the actor that play Umbaku. Anybody know? Just a little Google, you can find, some to prove something in there. They will show you certain things that's going on in there. And you, Lupita Nyong'o, is that what? Well, I'll call her Lupita. Lupita nationality. They can't touch none of those things. They can't touch the trident. They can't touch the sword. They can't touch the javelin. Okay, Lupita is Kenyan Mexican, so to speak. They never really told you like who was the Mexican Kenyan. Okay, that's Lupita. Okay, the actor that played Mbaku, they cannot touch it. They can't touch this thing. Winston Duke, is that what his name is? Yes, I believe that's his name. Okay, Letitia Wright is from Grenada, Guyana or Grenada. I believe she's from Grenada. But that fellow is I believe the guy that played Man Ape, aka Umbaku, which is very powerful. Umbaku is very powerful. He could actually kill Black Panther. In the comic, he almost killed him. Okay, Winston Duke, he's like a Trinidadian, Tobagan. Okay, Trinidad. Okay, the Caribbean will play a very big role in this because those little places that you see, they are not little at all. They are like top of a mountain that are above water. That's all. Most of the land is underwater, and they are well aware of that. Okay, I believe he's Trinidadian. Okay, Trinidad will play a big role in this too because back then there weren't no Martinique, Trinidad, Grenada. They didn't have those names. They were just island. They were all one part of a big mass land. But then again, this thing happened. We effed up. We used the atomic bomb. We connected with the ley line. It effed up everything. We sucked everything, and those things are okay. All right. Okay, so they look, listen, in the movie, like the sister said, the guy Ryan, okay, he said there are certain things he cannot say. It would be better for him to show it, and it showed it. Then again, like you see, there is no review from any Hebrew camp or any Back to Africa people that are calling this thing. In fact, they hated it. And when we ask you those people, why do you guys hate it? What seems to be the reason? Couple of reasons. There's a woman in the war. A woman should never become Black Panther. What the hell you want? That guy actually, he truly is no more. It's truly is no more. It's not like they killed a guy in the movie for like for a joke and then they fired him. No, he's no more. No one. There is absolutely, the movie is very quiet. It's very quiet. People went and see it. They say, "Oh, I like it." They don't. They like the movie up until that part. They literally disconnect the Hamites from this thing. They don't like it. The Hamites don't like that at all. They don't like when they love being us. The Hamites love being us, man. They just love get the glory, the fame that everything started with them and stuff. You were the lower tribe. They sold you out and stuff like that. They love that up until they say, "Nah, we were using you to push agenda, and now it's on this last leg because we're out of our blessing. Let's just tell the truth." Everybody, you see the biggest African channel, nobody talk about it. Everybody very quiet. Nobody make any outrage and say, "Wow, it was a good movie." They represent the brother in the beginning, the purple, the Call of King. It really brought tears to my eyes. Know that the brother's not here and stuff. They play brothers and the music. They play a music. It was a Senegalese superstar. They play the whole song. They play the whole song, but you don't hear anything because those people are in cahoots, a collective silence. Nobody want to say anything. Everybody just sit there and act like this movie never happened. The first one, when it come out, movie, the reviews were all over. The whole place blew up, and then they're like, "We can't wait to see the second one." The second one came out. Everybody's very quiet. No one wants to say anything because there's nothing they can't. They cannot. This movie, literally, brothers, brought the two kingdom together. Of course, people will find, like I said, well, they make the northern kingdom look like Spanish and all that. That's not what that is. That's not what that is. You, for those of you that are in the truth, you know exactly what those people are trying to do. It put it together, and then they told you the United States will. They in the movie, but they said the United States will attack Wakanda, and when they do, Wakanda will reach for us. And now more telling, he said the Northern Kingdom. He literally said this. He said we have more people that live under the water than anybody on the entire earth. So now more, he has like at least 10 billion people. The Northern Kingdom at least 10 billion people living with them, so to speak. Okay, he said we can invade you. We got so many men and weapons and stuff. There's nothing you can do. He said Wakanda will not lie. He's not lie. And when they're gonna attack them and they're gonna come for us. And when they do, we will destroy the surface dwellers. And they will. It is the truth. The future king, they show you where the future king is, where he was raised, what name they give him, and his future, and his destiny to become the king that will bring this great war. They are well aware. So now, with that being said, sorry if I spoiled the whole thing for you. Concerning the actual vibranium, okay? Based on what we have, based on what we said, the so-called the Ark of the Covenant is activated by vibration. Remember the whole time the Levite took it and go 3 days ahead or 3 miles ahead, and then they turn around and walk around the castle for like 7 days and whatever the day, and they blow the trumpet, they activate the sound, and then it vibrated, the whole wall of Jericho came down. Yes, it is activated by vibration. The more you vibrate, the more you connected to the certain thing. If you can meditate, take a time. You can do this today. Meditate on the Ark of the Covenant. Picture it. Don't picture what you see in the Bible, okay? Because they are deform it. They deform it. They make it look like something else. According to the masters, it doesn't look like that. Okay? Meditate upon it. Meditate on the power. Try to match your frequency with it, although you don't know what it is. Once you connect it to this thing, because it's a weapon, brethren. It is. And you pretty much can do anything with it. Anybody are familiar with Obed Edom? Obed Edom. Let me just type his name here. Boy, I've been talking. Obed Edom. Anybody familiar with Obed Edom? Well, let me write the name, showing some respect. Obed Edom. Brother Obed Edom. Brother Daniel. Daniel is familiar. He's in the Bible. He's also in the book of the Throne of David. In short, Obed Edom was an Israelite. Okay, with the name Edom, that doesn't mean anything in this matter. Okay, he was like a poor Israelite man. When David captured, took back the Ark of the, well, we'll call it, when David took back the vibranium, he was bringing the vibranium to the city. And I forgot the name of this priest. This guy was, he effed up. You know the story, okay? He effed up. So the Mosai, he literally put his hand upon the ark, the vibranium, and the vibranium killed him because he did it on purpose. He literally told, he wanted to get the glory. He told David, like, yo, there is no more Levite that can carry this. And then he was carrying it, by himself. And he was having the vibranium being pulled by oxen. There are plenty Levite that can do it. He literally put it in the back of an ox, and then everybody was like, "Yo, that's him right there." I forgot the dude name, and then he was walking like taking all the glory, and then one of the ox tripped, and then the cart that was tied up to the oxen flipped, and then the ark was going to fall, and then he quickly came in and put his hand upon it to block it. He got killed. And when he got killed, everybody was afraid of the vibranium. So they disconnected from the oxen, and they took the vibranium, they put it in the house of Obed Edom. When they put it in the house of Obed Edom, a poor Israelite man, in a very short amount of time, brethren, Obed Edom become the richest in a very short. His goats multiply. His cattle multiply. Goats, cow, chicken, whatever that he had, they just multiply. He had so many. He had so many stuff. His fruits become so big and everything. Obed Edom, enough. They live it in his house because they could not go anywhere because apparently they were in the countryside where Obed Edom was living. He put it in his house. He become a very powerful, wealthy man. The mighty one bless Obed Edom because he had that thing in there. People have to come to the house of Obed Edom to get loan, to shake his hand, buy his stuff and things like that. Because the Hesh was in his house and stuff like that. So until they remove it, the blessings still stay with him. They remove it, they put it in the house, and David say, "You know what? I gotta build a house for my father and stuff like for my Solomon. You're gonna have to build the temple and stuff. Hey, where is the temple of Solomon? Because we're gonna go over there and get that vibranium. You can't get the vibranium. And what make you think it's in the temple? It's somewhere. You can get it, right? You have your 400 years, enjoy it, and at the end, all right then."
Who knows the first two laws that Hitler implemented? Hitler, first two laws that Hitler implemented that not only put him in a different status than everybody else for the rest of history, but also made what's called until this day the biggest financial miracle in history. Who knows the first two laws? Before the Nuremberg laws. Before that, we're talking about years before it. Hitler first comes into power. What's the first two laws? Okay, I'll save you the time. Rule number one, no more pornography. No more homosexuality. None of that garbage. Not allowed. Berlin in the 30s, in the 20s, was the Sodom and Gomorrah of the day. They were the Las Vegas of the day. They were the Sodom and Gomorrah of the day. Homosexuality, pornography, all the bestiality, all the garbage of the world, that was the capital of the world. He outlawed it. You're no longer allowed, closed all the bars, all the gay clubs, all the production, which were all run by Jewish people, unfortunately. Second rule. What's the second rule? Second rule was you're not allowed to charge interest. No more interest. Now you would think, why? What does he care about interest? Well, because all the people that had the money, that lent the money out, were Jews. He didn't like it. So he said no more interest. Why? Because of the high interest that the Jews charged people was so high, it ruined, it destroyed the economy in Germany. They destroyed, just like they destroyed Russia a few years before that through their communism over there. Jews destroyed Russia, not Goyim. Jews destroyed. Communism is by Jews. Well, don't let anybody confuse you. You look at history, Karl Marx, all the other Reshaim, they're all Jews. Wicked, but nonetheless Jews. They destroyed Russia, and he wrote in chapter 2 of Mein Kampf, they destroyed Russia, now they're destroying Germany, that's why I have to destroy them. Now, this doesn't make he's right. The point is, that's actually real, true history. Now, he saw that the Jews are controlling the financial system, and they're charging such high interest, they destroyed the German economy, to the extent that by the time you arrived to go to the store to buy bread, you had to take a whole horse carriage full of money. By the time you arrive at the store, it wasn't enough. Why? Because the inflation rate was so high. The bread became so much more valuable and your money went down. So now he says, what's this, the cause of this? Because nobody could afford to do anything because the interest rates are so high. So he decided no more interest rates. You're not allowed to charge interest rates. And at that time, the Great Depression was happening around the entire world. Everyone was in a financial collapse. America was a financial collapse. England was a financial collapse. Everybody else was collapsing. Germany collapsed worse than everybody else. But after he passed this law of no more interest, within 6 years, Germany became the leading, wealthiest economy in the world. They called it a financial miracle. Why? They were the only ones that were bold enough to stop interest. This is one of the biggest reasons of why he hated Jews. Because they destroyed the economy because of their greed. Rabotai, it's not making them right. Don't let this confuse you. But this is happening again. The cash advance business right now is destroying the economy in America. Why? Because all of the people that are defaulting, all of the people that are being stolen from, guess who they are? Small businesses. Small businesses are what build economies, not big businesses. Coca-Cola, Apple, Google, Amazon, all those big companies, they're good for business, but they're not the economy. What makes an economy, what makes an economy prosper is when there's small businesses starting and small businesses flourishing, because they are the ones that actually hire the most amount of people. If you have small business grow, your economy grows. You have small business decline, your economy declines. I was in the financial business for 20 years. This is one thing you can't challenge. Now, when you have an industry that their number one objective, directly or indirectly, is to destroy small businesses, guess what? This is happening again. And you'll see, nobody listens to me, nobody listens to the Torah, nobody listens to history, and everybody ignores it. This is going to be a huge blow up to the extent where you can see how Edom, just like the Torah says, Edom is going to come back again, Edom becomes America.
All right. You heard what he said? This is a Hesh. He's a Hesh fellow.
America is Edom, after all. But you'll see what happens. And you'll see that all of a sudden the 6 million Jews that are in America feel comfortable, that are sometimes in government, that are sometimes in politics, that are running big businesses, and so on and so forth. Guess what? Same exact thing happened in Germany. We were in politics, we were in business, we were prospering, we were great. In Germany, same exact thing. In Greece, same thing. In Rome, same thing. In Egypt, same thing. But guess what? We get greedy, we get sinful, we become Reshaim. What happens? Hashem says, oh, you want to be Reshaim? I'll punish you. With what? With the same goy that you wanted to become like. And this, Rabotai, is what's happening under our noses. And unfortunately, this, I don't know whether the Gdolim that we have in this world today are unaware or nonchalant. I'm not really sure. All I can tell you is I've had in my career 5 times, 5, maybe 6 times, where I had a aha moment. Meaning I saw something, to me was clear as day. I knew this deal was going to work out. I saw a stock, it was $4. I said, this is worth 32. How long? 2, 3, 4 years. It's going to be 32. Sometimes happen faster, sometimes longer. 5 times in my career, certain things like that happened to me. Baruch Hashem. This, for sure, is an aha moment. Unless the government actually, by Chazdei Hashem, by mercy of Hashem, interferes with that industry and completely ruins it, we will see a Holocaust starting from this business. So let me explain to you. I'm an honest person, so I don't beat around the bush. I'm gonna tell you things as they are. I was on Wall Street for 16 years. I had my own firm. I know a little bit more about the financial business than any rabbi in the world. Why? I was on Wall Street. Before I was a rabbi, I was on Wall Street. I had a firm, I had a brokerage firm, I had a hedge fund, I had an insurance company. Baruch Hashem, I was an executive. I was on CNBC. I was on Bloomberg. I was somebody. I wasn't like some guy that worked at Merrill Lynch, made $100,000 a year. You did an $85,000 deal where you lent somebody $85,000. I made $1.6 million for myself in one day. So there's a little bit of experience that came with it to get to that point. Now, so what I'm trying to explain to you is that it's not a matter of what's the deal, what's the profit, what's the commission, what's the company, what's the industry. It's a matter of what's right, what's wrong, what's allowed, what's not allowed. Now, a Jew, first and foremost, is never allowed to lend another Jew money with interest. Now, the exception is if the Jew that's borrowing the money is a mechalel Shabbat, you're allowed to charge him interest, but they still do not recommend it, because if that Jew does tshuva, you have to pay him back all the interest. But needless to say, you're not.
Yeah, that's a sister shared this with me. That's what happened. Okay. Uh that's what those guys do. Again, the things that the things that we focus on is the little mustache fellow, and he knew what those guys were doing, and then he literally stopped the whole thing. And it's true, back in the 20s, 1910, 20s, and 30s, Berlin was the center for cowboyism. It was all over. And they were not promoting baking between a man and a woman. That's not good. Baking a man up between a woman, what's going to happen? They're going to overpopulate you. They're going to take over the population. That's why they're not promoting that to all people at all. They were promoting cowboyism because that's how they destroy you. Because there is no generation that can come up out of cowboyness. And then let me see if I can share the link of this video uh, for the nation. Okay, a sister said share this with me. Okay.
The average Jew that keeps Shabbat,
Okay.
money in charge of
I'll be back. Let me share this and I'll be back.
So that means that any Jew that you deal with, even if you don't know
Okay,
he's
the
a
name
Jew,
of the
which
video
most likely
is
you'll run into,
Rabbi
sometimes John Cohen
Yaron
is a Jew.
Reuven
John
gives
Cohen
a
is not a
warning
Jew.
to
So
the
you're not really
Jews
going to know. It's not on the
re-upload
application.
because they keep taking it
Say,
down.
Mr. John,
Okay,
are you
give
a
me a
Jew
second.
or not? You're not allowed because you put you in jail. So you don't know if he's a Jew or not. So that means that every day you have a 50-50 chance of losing Olam Haba. Every day. Who wants to be in such a business? That's number one. Number two, even if you only deal with goyim, you're still not allowed to do something called usury. Usury is overcharging and lending money in such a way, or doing business in such a way where it hurts the public. When you charge somebody an interest that is drastically above the norm being bank rates, regular bank rates, and what's legally allowed according to the law, when you charge them such an interest rate that it becomes very difficult to the extent of almost impossible for the average person to pay it back, you are now in a business where you're taking advantage of people. If he can go to Wells Fargo and get the same loan for 8%, and you're charging him 80%, it doesn't matter that you're not 300%. Even if the average was 8 and you were 15, you are in a problem. Even if the average was 8 and you are 30, last reason I'm going to bank rates involved in Chilul Hashem. The Reshit Chochmah says what the Gemara in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, page 17a says. He goes to Gehenom and he doesn't leave ever, even after Mashiach. So why would anybody want to associate with even 1% of anything I just said? The
Let me
lending.
share it in the chart
All
room
right, just
for. All right, this is the video. A sister has shared it. That's the link to the moderator. You may want to copy the link and put it there. You may want to watch the video. Title again is excuse me. Somebody wrote. The video title again is whoop. Sorry, I think I erased that by accident.
The lending, the taking advantage.
Rabbi Yaron Reuven gives a warning to the Jews re-upload. Okay, they have to, every time you upload it, they took it down. I will touch a little on the so-called predatory lending. The whole thing going on with the student loan, you know what it is. Predatory loan. I know this guy. May the Most High, may the Most High forgive him. But I know this fellow back then. He used to be a loan shark officer. Okay, he used to be a loan shark fellow. He was doing so well that people come and then borrow money from him, and he used to charge them 100% interest, 500, 500 in return within a week. Okay, $500. You borrow $500 for this guy. You're gonna give him 1,000 within a week. Lord forbid you don't pay that guy. Oh, I know one time there's a fellow, well, that wasn't a fellow. There was a woman that borrowed $1,000 from him, and she didn't pay. And she figured out, okay, well, the guy was he was known as a well dude, but then again, you're borrowing money from a street Negro, so you really don't want any trouble when it comes to that. So she borrowed $1,000 from him, and then she owed 2 G's, and she figured out that she can go over there and give him something else for $2,000. She figured out, I can give you 5 minutes for 2,000. You gave me 2 weeks to pay you 2,000. Let me pay it to you like in 5 minutes. And then he told her, "Give me a second." And then she heard her car alarm out there, and when she come out, he busted her windows. Busted two, busted both of her windows. She could not go to the police because she is an quote unquote a user. And he told her, "You see, the same way that I break your window, you don't bring me my mother loving money, I'm gonna break something else." And within a few days, she come back with 2,000 and give it back to him. You know what that is? Predatory lending. We should not do this to our people. If somebody borrow $500 from you as a brother or sister, that person should be returning $500 to you. A person borrow $50 from you, should be giving it back to you. If I borrow $50 for you and I have to bring you $500, this is not fair. If a pineapple costs $10, well, not a pineapple. If a soursop fruit costs $2 and you charge me $200 for one, this is against the law. I need this thing to cure my cancer, and you charge me $200 for it. I need this thing to make a remedy for somebody that have cancer, and now I'm gonna charge this person 3 times. I'm gonna charge this person $600 for something that costs $2. This is not good. Usury. I'm sorry. Let me, let me play something for you. Man, they're gonna get me for this, but whatever. Let me have this in there. I'm gonna show you an example of usury. Notify. All right. Let me show you something right quick. I gotta go ahead and go get the real thing. It's gonna take me another moment or two to show you what usury is. Slavery, well, chattel slavery was a form of usury.
I get a good vibe from this place. Nice long dinner. Heck,
before my ever learned the value paid in.
come.
Watch this.
I will go this far and no further.
And so we commend Vladimir's remains to the earth, filings to filings, rust to rust.
To my loyal butler, you there, for his decades of service, I leave a pittance, to be paid in 20 equal installments of 1/20th of a pittance each. To my lazy, spoiled son, Tandy, who never learned the value of a dollar, I leave my entire $10 million fortune.
Is that a lot?
And to my loving nephew, Bender, assuming...
In the meantime, somebody define the word pittance. Pittance, Pittance, pittance. Let me play the last 10 seconds again.
To my loyal butler, you there, for his decades of service, I leave a pittance, to be paid in 20 equal installments of 1/20th of a pittance each. To my lazy...
You know what that is? A pittance. A pittance is a very small or inadequate amount of money. Very little. This man, this butler, this billionaire, millionaire dude, he died. Okay? He left a pittance for a butler that had been working for decades for him. And that pittance he left for him need to be paid unto him 1/20th of a pittance. Let's say a pittance is $1. What is 1/20th of a dollar, beloved? 1/20th of a dollar. In 20 installment. 1/20th of a dollar until the pittance is playing. Okay, the pittance is done. Okay, a pittance every small or inadequate amount of money paid to someone as an allowance or wage. A pittance. 1/20th of a pittance. You know what that is, brothers? You spend decades of working for someone. You spend like 40 years working for that person. And at the end, when you come getting your your payment, that person leave you $1. That person pay you for 40 years. He pay you $1. And this dollar, you cannot get that $1. You can go buy some ice cream. You have to get 5 cents every month for 20 months until the dollar is done. You got to get a nickel every 30 days for 20 months until the dollars get. That's your pittance. That's what those people are doing. Okay, this is just for illustration. Okay, a pittance mean like a penny. Okay, like a penny. That person leave you a penny, but this penny, out of this penny, you gotta get like 0.5% of this penny. If you're a musician, you know when it comes to Spotify royalty, that's the type of thing they're doing to you. A pittance. That's usury. That's usury to the highest level. You made our ancestor work for 400 years plus. What did you give us? Nothing. Not a pittance. You didn't give us nothing. And you know the slap in the face? Listen to this. This is the slap in the face.
Spoiled leave a pittance. To my loyal butler, you there, for his decades of service, I leave a pittance, to be paid in 20 equal installments of 1/20th of a pittance each. To my lazy, spoiled son, Tandy, who never learned the value of $1, I leave my entire $10 million fortune.
Is that a lot?
And to my loving nephew, Bender, assuming he's not responsible for my death, I leave my castle.
Yes! Let's stay there tonight!
On
He leave to the butler that spent decades working for him a pittance. We said $1. He leave $10 million to his son, lazy. He never learned the value of the money. They give him $10 million. What did he say? He asked his girlfriend, is that a lot? Is $10 million a lot? He left his lazy son that didn't do anything the entire $10 million. That's the slap in the face. You spent 400 years working for those people. They give you not one pittance. Guess what? They leave all their all their billions and $1 million to charity. I will give my fortune to charity. That's usury, man. This is illegal, man. You will pay for this. That is why the little mustache dude, Charlie Chaplin, no more interest. No more interest. This isn't coming from me, man. This is coming from them. That's what he said. He destroyed cowboyism. He destroyed the whole thing. And he said, no more. No more interest. Because if you have those two things, you destroy the future, you destroy the future children, then you destroy the financial, you put them in debt. When they are born in debt unto you. That is the one that are born. So that is why, beloved, we must come up with greater idea, greater things to move forward. Beloved, I will leave you in peace. Did I cover everything that I said I was covered? Anything that should be reminded? We talk about the Pope now. Let me read the article. The Pope doesn't want people to pray or read in Latin anymore because, Okay, thank you, beloved brother Stanley, for the wing, so to speak. Let me see. Pop, 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 pop. It's in my other. New York Times, Pope Francis. Okay. All Latin minds finds new American audience despite Pope Francis' disapproval. Okay. The Pope doesn't approve. Okay. All right. The Pope doesn't approve this. An ancient form of Catholic worship is drawing in young traditionalists and conservative, but its signal are divided within the church. Eric Augustin VIII children used to call anyway. The traditional Latin Mass, an ancient form of Catholic worship that Pope Francis has tried to discourage, it is instead experiencing a revival in the United States. It appeals to an overlapping mix of aesthetic traditionalism, family, and all that. But Pope Francis disapproved of that. He disapproved. Why is that? Why you've been doing this for 500 years? All of a sudden, like, hey, don't be teaching. Yo, don't be teaching and reading in Latin. I cannot forbid it, but I disapprove. I disagree. I don't approve this. You might want to read that English thing that we give to you. He's saying this was his own whatever, to his own Catholic follower or whatever. Because you know what? Once you start reading Latin and stuff, they not only they sound different, they mean a totally different things than what you're reading in English. Yeah, he was good all these years, and now once people want to learn Latin and pray in Latin and study Latin, he said no. I disapprove that. You know why? Because back then people didn't interested in Latin and stuff. They were enjoying the blessing. They couldn't care when they come in the church. They hear the Pope Maratum Spiritum Sanctum, the altar boy Ranctum, it's gonna bring me your rectum and all that. They couldn't care. They're like, yo, I don't give a crap. Right now, they're truly about studying and stuff. And the Pope said, no, hey man, don't be doing this H over there. Don't be studying that thing on my face. I disapprove with thing. As an inquisition right there, just shove that snake up and leaving of it. But right now, okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah. All of a sudden now, they disapprove. I disagree. Wait a minute. You speak the Vatican literally only language is Latin, and you don't want people to read and pray and stuff in it. Why? You tell me. Beloved, I think we covered everything. Before I go, Mom, she's getting ready. Before I go, anybody have any question related to certain things? Anybody have any question? So we can close. Tomorrow we're calling a fast. Today's meditation on your angel. The next Wednesday you can meditate on the vibranium, so to speak, the arc, so to speak. Vibranium vibration. Keep the vibration high. All right then. So we're good. Frozen sour sub will be good too. It's a good substitute. It's good as long as the sour sub, the keys in there. It's good. No, it's not too late, brother. Send everything to us, and then the only time it's too late if you left November is gone. You can still send your loved one names, and then we have a private videos we only share with people. Beautiful ceremony for the people that saw the ceremony. Beautiful things, man. Beautiful things. And you see what the masters were doing. They were doing it in Latin. They were doing everything in Latin. So now all of a sudden, we know those people are watching. And then the other Christian, they are asking, okay, can we study in Latin too? No. Don't be doing that. I disapprove it. Because the old Latin text has mistake in them. Study English and all right. All right, beloved. I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with peace, and I will see you folks whenever I can. Okay. I say fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. Oops.